Good. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Adirondack Central High School Library. And we're going to start the yearbook dedication. I'm going to have Ms. Barlow say a few words, and then we're going to get started through the dedication. So good morning to everybody.
Morning.
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 Pretty faces up there.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. It's been a really hard year for all of you. I understand completely, and I'm happy that Mrs. Smith. I'm happy that Mrs. Smith set this up for us because my students work so hard on the yearbook. They do it every year. I'm so proud of what they produce. And this year is no exception to every other year. You're just great. You're one of the best staffs anybody could ever ask to work with. I love you guys. Thank you for making such great things.
Okay, I'm going to get us started. This year, the class of 2020 has dedicated this yearbook to Swicky. This dedication is going to be read by Marissa Anna. Go ahead, Marissa.
Okay. For the past 4 years, Senora has made a major impact on the class of 2020. Senora, you have touched the lives of so many already, and you continue to brighten the lives of the faculty and students. You have a way of turning the worst day into the best just by asking for okay. I think I speak for the most of the student population when I say you are the best teacher I've ever had. You care for your students like they are your own, and you have spunk and quirkiness, and that makes you you. I love that you allow every person that enters your classroom to be themselves, and you will love them no differently. The greatest thing that makes anybody's day is your laugh. A laugh like yours only comes once in a lifetime. The joy brought from that laugh is found in every 42-minute session. I'm happy to say that you have made an impact in shaping your student body into young, successful adults. And I thank you for making the past 4 years of my life the best high school experience I could ask for.
Celeste, did you want to say anything?
Oh my God. Can you turn up your mic? No.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to thank you so much. You made my day. You make my years. You think I make your days. You guys make mine. It's not the same. Not seeing you walk down the halls and seeing you guys smile. You make our days. You guys were dealt a really small deck of cards this year, and look at you all. You're all still smiling. You're all still looking forward to the future. You're just amazing people. And you guys are going to go forward and you're going to change the world because you're able to adapt to something none of us have ever had to adapt to before. And that makes you very, very special. And you'll always be special in my heart. And I'll always be here for you. If you ever need to talk, if you ever need someone to listen, I will always care. It doesn't stop when you cross the threshold of Adirondack. And just keep reaching for the stars because you guys are going to attain your goals. I know that. I love you all. No, that's hola.
Thank you very much, Celeste. Thank you, Marissa. The class of 2020 would like to recognize this year on behalf of the faculty, Mrs. Hastwell in the cafeteria. This dedication will be read by Brianna Seabotter. Go ahead, Brianna.
All right. Having a long line of teenagers waiting to get lunch isn't fun. We're all in a bad mood, waiting to get food that we don't really want. But when we reach the front of the line, we're greeted with the sweetest smile. Mrs. Haswell always manages to be in the best mood while kindly and quickly serving food. She has the patience of a saint, especially while dealing with me, one of the pickiest eaters in the school. She is always quick to read me the long list of options she could give and doesn't get upset when I take forever to decide. She can brighten anyone's day with her enthusiastic and bubbly personality, and I can't thank her enough for putting up with me and my picky eating habits all these years. I appreciate everything you've done for me so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Brianna. The next dedication, the class of 2020 would like to recognize from the middle school staff, Mr. Weidrich. This dedication will be read by Isabel. Go ahead, Isabel.
I think it's fair to say that most people remember at least one teacher who had a lasting impact on them. I have been incredibly lucky to have several teachers who I will never forget, but one individual takes the cake. So here's to you. Thank you for all you've done, Mr. Weidrich. You have made one of the biggest impacts on my life and many others as well. I want to take the time to recognize you for all you do for students like me. Although you taught a great math class, you never limited it to just the content we had to learn. You made things relatable, but most of all, made it fun. You made the one subject I hated tolerable, and you ensured we knew what we were doing. I'm sure many others agree. You taught me to always think before I speak. You showed me the power of kindness and led me to always follow my dreams along with not being afraid to take risks. Thank you for all the important lessons that may or may not have been in your curriculum. You listened to all of us complain, but you always knew what we could do. You are the epitome of a role model. Not only are you intelligent and respected, but you have a heart of gold and you emit kindness wherever you go. Thank you for showing me just how incredible, crazy, kind, cool, and the list could go on one person could be. No matter where we all go, you will be that one person we won't forget. Don't worry, I'll come back and visit.
So the most, Ms. Zwicky said it as good as you could say, but the most rewarding part of this job that we have is when we get to see how incredible you guys get to go and be. So as exciting as this moment is for us, because it's a big deal for us that we're on, I can't wait to see the next steps that you guys make. So when you say, don't worry, I'll come back, you have to. That is a commitment. You have to tell us what you're doing. We follow you as best we can, but thank you for that. And this is way more important than all the math you did or didn't do.
Thank you very much. The next dedication, the class of 2020 would like to recognize from the high school staff, Mr. Falval. This dedication will be read by Sierra Schaffner. When you're ready, go ahead, Sierra.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Okay, so I know you don't like sappy stuff, so I'm going to make it real short and simple for you. To sum it all up, the reason you are appreciated comes down to juvenile delinquency, breakfast in class, D1 athletes, time management, last-minute printing and studying, everyone's failing, the blue Honda Civic, donations, new shoes, trailblazers, token of the Social Security funds, code red, midwinter window open, daily weather forecasting, 40% rule. Don't draw on my whiteboard. Until school's over. I'm not teaching today. No math in class. Nobody likes Sherburne. Snow day predictions. Missing 6 years of criteria on the AP test. Old man's meeting. Yelling across the morning announcements. Begging. Always being late due to tie. Hannah skipping. Bree leaving. Feminine glasses and the yellow shirt. It's teachers like you that keep things exciting and make our days a little brighter in your yellow shirt, cracking a smile.
I think what's amazing is I didn't think any of you people even listened to anything that I said. So a lot of things that you said, Sierra, is I was really just testing you to actually see if anyone actually listened. I just want to thanks for the dedication, because at least one morning I haven't had to do laundry this morning or weedy or mow or any of those things. I got to do this. So I want to thank you. I think big picture and, Mrs. Swicky said it very well, and Mr. Widrick said it very well. As far as this time period, it's very unique. And I think, even though you guys have gotten to miss out on a lot of things that, seniors get to do, I think in the big picture, hopefully, this will just be a big blip. I think hopefully, sometime down the road, it may not be, in the next couple months, next couple days, et cetera. But I think down the road in the next couple of years, it'll be a big blip and you'll be able to kind of look back on it and kind of laugh a little bit. That's what I'm hoping. But, I appreciate you guys, and it's been a really crazy 3 or 4 months. It's just obviously really unique to the class of 2020. But trust me, I think it will be a big blip. I think things will get back to normal, and you'll be able to look at this time and kind of treasure the time because it was unique, and maybe not on the stuff that you kind of missed out on. So, I would rank you guys probably maybe like the 21st best first grade class I've ever had. So that's my one parting shot at you guys. But thanks a lot. It's very humbling to be honored this way.
Thank you, Sierra and Mr. Falvo. Our next dedication, class of 2020, would like to recognize from Forest Court Elementary, Mrs. Burns. This dedication was written by Megan Humble, but she unfortunately couldn't be with us here this morning, so I will read that on her behalf. My 4th grade experience would never have been the same without Mrs. Burns. She was the teacher that was always there to give you advice or just a simple hug to make you feel better. Mrs. Burns was and is still an amazing role model and teacher. I would not have excelled in things that I struggled with if it wasn't for you. Thank you for everything you have done for me and continue to do for others. The impact you had on my life is one I will carry with me forever.
I just want to say thank you to my Forest Court class. I really appreciate this class. You guys have always kept me up to date on what you guys have been doing. I think that you have done a wonderful job persevering through this year. I know that everybody likes to highlight the bad part of this year, but I have to tell you, this is one of those moments this year that means a lot to me. So thank you for including me in it and calling me back. And congratulations to all of you.
Our next dedication, the class of 2020 would like to recognize from Bloomville Elementary, Mrs. Griffin. This dedication will be read by Erica Stanford. Go ahead when you're ready, Erica.
Thank you for teaching me the way to do things from such a young age. I can remember walking into your classroom and being so excited to start my school year, meeting new friends, and having a new teacher. I couldn't wait to go to school every day. All of the memories that I have from kindergarten have stuck with me throughout all my years, and I will never forget them. I learned so many things from you, and they have helped me develop into the person I am today. You always made sure that your students were happy and that they were having fun. Every time I see you somewhere, you always remember who I am, and you always give me a hug. I've always enjoyed seeing you in the elementary school when I was walking around the halls. I still enjoy seeing you when I go back to the elementary school to help with other events. I am always going to remember all of the lessons that you taught me to help me through life. Thank you for everything you do for your students, and keep being a positive influence on their lives.
Wow. Erica, I can't even tell you how much this means to me, especially I've had a couple bad weeks here, and holy cow. I always thought, well, maybe they'll forget their kindergarten teacher, but you guys just seem to get I will never forget any of my kids. You know, I love you for life. We're family. It never changes. And I think I did teach you that throughout kindergarten, that I would always be there for you guys. We're buddies for life. I'm so sorry for what's going on with you guys this year, but you know what? You're going to make it. You know you're going to make it. I tell you guys when I see you that you're going to do big things. You just keep plugging away. Keep for sure, okay? Thank you so much.
Thank you, Erica and Mrs. Griffin. Our final dedication, the class of 2020, would like to recognize from West Leiden Elementary, Mrs. Kornatowski. We will read this dedication. Go ahead when you're ready, Morgan.
Miss Kornatowski is certainly my favorite elementary school teacher. Her classroom was always such a welcoming environment for all of the students. I remember her rewarding us with M&Ms whenever we did something great. She was one of the most passionate people I have met who always cared for her students. She allowed us to be the best version of ourselves, and I really loved that. Learning in her classroom was a breeze because her personality made everything fun. Everyone was always happy in her class because of the genuine person she was. Looking back, I feel so fortunate to have had such a wonderful second grade teacher who made every student feel loved.
Thank you, Morgan. I'm very grateful for this dedication this year because your class was my last class that I was teaching. So it meant an awful lot because I even called down and I wanted to get a yearbook. And she said, no, just hold off a minute because I had so many people in here with Marissa was in there and Margaret and several others. So it's so different to see you as 7 and 8-year-old and then grow up in the church and be such wonderful adults. And I'm sure every one of you are going to succeed in whatever you want to do. So congratulations to you, and don't be afraid to tell me if you see me somewhere, because I don't change too much, and the wheelchair certainly gives it away. A lot of times facially, the kids change from second grade to high school or adults, but you two look the same. Thanks.
Okay, that concludes our dedication for this year. I want to thank everyone who helped put this together, Mrs. Smith, all of the technical support, all of the teachers who made this a possibility. We really appreciate this. This will also be my closing year. I am leaving Adirondack at the end of this year with you. So this is my last year at co-advising with Ms. Barlow. I believe Mrs. Swickey is going to take my place and keep that legacy going. I really appreciate the opportunity to have documented the past 4 years for this class, and I wish you all the best.
Okay, so a couple things before we leave. Mrs. Candy's here. So Mrs. Candy, I'll put you on the spot. Would you say something in terms of the yearbook?
Do I have to talk to them? Just real, I guess, I took this class over when you guys were juniors, so I never really knew you beforehand. But in those 2 years, I got to know a lot of great kids. And I enjoyed walking down the hall, seeing you, bugging you. Hey, you got your money in, you know, my sign's up and whatever. But you guys are great. I loved every minute of being your class advisor. You are definitely my last class. And I know, like they said, you will go on to do bigger and better things. I could see it, and please come back and say hello. Even though I'm retired, I'm sure I'll be around. And it was great being with you guys. I just love you all.
A couple of things I'd like to say. I'd like to say thank you to Ms. Barlow and Mrs. Carroll. They did an excellent job. You should be proud of you, yearbook. You've done an excellent job. I'd also like to thank Mrs. Candy for class advisor. I think when you come in today to pick up your cap and gown, there's a lot of stuff for many seniors here. You will be surprised. So please, between 10 and 12, come get that. I also think that all the people that you have recognized have great words of wisdom, and I think they have great expectations for you. I know you guys are going to accomplish a lot of things as you move forward, okay, and you leave us. So we're very proud of you. So anybody else have anything for the class? But they have done an excellent job, and so have you guys. So thank you very much. Okay. And we'll see you shortly.
Are we all? Okay, brother?
Yep, we're glad.
That was a treat.
I was like, okay, I don't know if anybody enjoyed that.